on, ladies and gentlemen? Money Mazin is back, and I apologize dearly and sincerely for being inactive, okay? So, not trying to make excuses for everyone that's, you know what I'm saying, coming to my channel for the first time. Welcome, and you are very much appreciated. I hope you stick around, alright? So, mostly on this channel, we talk about, we do market updates, Bitcoin, QNT, other preferred altcoins, maybe some interesting news articles, topics, tips and tricks, implement some deep dives. But I will be bringing way more trading content that has not been on this channel before. For those that are, you know, the 1,000+ subscribers, I appreciate you guys sticking around. For those who are, you know, still following, still subscribed, keeping up with me on Twitter, as I am inactive on YouTube, I have been pretty much full-time, day after day, at least on a weekly basis, at least 4 or 5 days a week, full active on Twitter, you know, the Discord and the Telegram. Now, I started back to Telegram. I'm going to get into the, you know, QNT content in a second here, just giving an update for all the people that have been asking me to come back, and I, you know, apologize and appreciate the loyalty, alright? But we will be implementing some more trading stuff. That is why I have been not active on creating content, because beforehand I was just focused on certain crypto endeavors, and, you know, I started getting very good at trading. I became profitable, and I said I need to take things to the next level, which obviously requires a very, you know, large amount of my time and effort and focus and things of that nature. So yes, I've done, you know, a few years of college before, and let me tell you, trading is nothing compared to anything you could learn in school. In my personal opinion, it's probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, as far as career. So we are getting into it. We are profitable. I have officially become a funded trader, and I'm going for my second funded account, using my own money here, trading altcoins on Mexi. And, you know, we are trading Forex, gold, and large caps like Bitcoin, ETH on the funded account. So if you guys want more trading content or anything new, just ask me and I will deliver. You know, just holla at Money Mazin and I'm gonna serve you. With that being said, man, Twitter's on the screen, link tree in the bio. Go ahead and follow me. I'm here active every single day. You know, from the charts, content, everything that I can provide for you. You see the link tree is right here. You can go ahead and click on that. Link will be in the YouTube description about section below. Looks something like this. So we have Trades, new Telegram, sub 20 followers. This is the channel, so if you want to keep up with all my trades, charts, perspective, visuals, things of that nature, go ahead and give it a follow. Join that. Hop in the Crypto Tribe Discord. It is free. It is it's become very less active in the past month, as I've been, you know, flopping with the YouTube, and that's where most of the members are coming from and things of that nature. So we mostly just been communicating on Twitter, but we will get this back jumping. You could see the Twitter and get a TradingView account if you need to use that. Alright, so before we hop into QNT, just a quick look I want to go over. I haven't been on CoinMarketCap in a very long time, but we have Bitcoin dominance surging, sustained above 51.9%. We have been consistently up all year. ETH is dropping. We have a, you know, what I like to call a low volume day. Low volume day in crypto, you know, especially in the type of bullish environment that we have. 100 million a day is what I like to look for. If you are trading or getting in on, you know, certain things, don't ever just trade something that you like or you're emotionally gravitated towards. Go towards something with a lot of volume. As you know, volatility is very scary for the holder, but it is amazing for the trader. Now, it's all about your entry over your exit, and that's how I like to play the game here. So just, you know, look into everything before you make decisions. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into the QNT content. Now, firstly, we're going to go in off the 1 day. Alright, so we came in off of the impulse of 84.4, our lows, coming about October 20th. Okay, we impulsed up, pumped to local resistance at about a 109. Here is our pretty much, I don't have the range built here, but if you go from the highs at 120 to the lows at 94, that is pretty much a mid-range. So that is a very healthy rejection, and we started this bullish continuation here. All right, now bull flag, pennant, whatever. We came in. We can go look at my Telegram here. Is it on the Telegram? Go over, take a look at my page. I like to show my receipts. So I said enjoy sub 20 while you still can. We have a bull flag, not exactly a, you know, an accurate representation, but it gives you the idea and the drift. So we impulsed up to about 114, yeah, about 114, maybe 115, something of that nature. So this is on the hourly, or excuse me, the 1 day to the, yeah, both are 1 day. That's very odd. I'm not sure what's going on there, but coming back, we showed here, we initially impulsed up, you know what I'm saying, towards the 120 mark, came right back down, bottom wick off of the blue candle down to the 104, and this is what I like to call our shakeout. We ran some stops and things of that nature, and now we are back above our key at the 112. Now this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the higher low here. Can we still come down? Look, man, we can have a candle. This is one thing I love about the charts. Okay, it gets my blood rushing. I love it. Okay, so with these dots here, horizontal support here, and the top of the key range. We have the 112 to 114. The thing about this, you can have a candle hold right up here and have this wick go all the way down. We had something like that compared to Bitcoin today. So you always have to keep these things into account, and be careful when you're trading, because I see a lot of people right now all across social media. They're taking a lot of QNT out from the spot, and they're going in long, holding it low leverage, and they're just trying to run it up. And of course, this is the game. We try to make money, but if you don't really have too much experience, I don't recommend, selling thousands and thousands of dollars out of your spot that's actually in a safe position from your, average buy price or DCA, or getting in from the lows and then risking them on a trade, and you have no idea where to take position. Your entry is everything, okay? So a lot of the times when you get into this, a lot of rookies just want to go, go, go. You place 1,000 trades, but the best ones are the snipers. It doesn't matter, what's more impressive, taking one bullet to get the kill, or do you have to spray a 100-round clip just to hit them? That's the same thing with trading, and that's how I like to look at it. I'm very metaphorical in nature when I speak on these charts, and I like to relate it towards all walks of life, and that's how people understand this, because it's all psychological. It's really, you know what I'm saying? It changes your perspective when you look at it from a trader standpoint. Now, what I'm looking here, long story short, is, I'm looking for this to hold within the candle. I'm not worried about any wicks. I'm not looking at them. It's all noise, all right? So coming back, I suspect this to sustain. As you can see, candle is getting smaller. We can check that 4-hour. We got a bounce, but we have an increasing wick. If we cannot get above the 114, the 115, I expect to come back down lower once more and create somewhat of a higher low. As you can see, these candles are very close together, so it's hard. But you see this one middle long wick with the very small block between that, okay? We have a pattern. This is the main thing about patterns. We have the candle coming down here with a matching second, and then we have the candle going up with a matching second perfectly right here, okay? Instant double bottom comes up, it makes that higher low, and then we come down further. Now, as long as we are above this key resistance, this key downtrend, that is what's keeping us afloat. Everything else is noise. Do not get shaken out. Do not worry. When it comes to this, you just got to stay vigilant, okay? Now, I want to show you a couple different perspectives here. We're going to go in on the long term on the weekly. This is something I've been keeping up with for weeks on weeks, maybe months, to be fully honest with you. But here, we have our capitulation, or however you say that if I'm incorrect. We have our bottom. Now, we have came down, and I assumed that the bottom of this box would be ticked. So I was looking at 79.80 to be the complete bottom. That did not happen. I'm pretty sure we stopped here at maybe 83, 84. And we actually reclaimed the horizontal resistance. Now, we have two key downtrends within this triangle formation, all right? Now, the first one, of course, we'll talk about the outer before the inner. It starts at the highs at the 228, comes in, excuse me, no, it doesn't. It starts at the all-time highs at 428, comes down to 228 off of our head and shoulders impulse coming from the bottom on that 5X from June Bitcoin crash all the way to October 2022. Now, following the impulse, our last major impulse was towards the 160, 162, 163, something of that nature. We have that downtrend. We finally, we tried to grind it at multiple, key points under this range, but in reality, we just fell right back below it. So when you're grinding that and you have multiple attempts, that shows weakness according to textbook. So came below that, bounced on the 84 mark, made that higher low from the lows over here, relatively stayed higher than I presumed. Moving back up, we have our second one from the second lower highs. So 120 came down, and we finally broke this one. Now, looking somewhat of a bull flag here. Little pennant came up, you know what I'm saying, making these higher lows, going down, bounce, break above that one. So now we are officially, at the point of no return. I mean, it's pretty much here. Anything under 120, I was saying, my best time to buy was 100. Anything under 100, things of that nature was amazing. But at the stablecoin 100 mark, you cannot argue with that. You don't want to be greedy. A lot of the times people, when we came back from the 85 to the 100, way more buyers came in at 100 than they were at 100 before 85. So, when you're sitting around stagnant at the stablecoin of $100, everyone's like, I'm waiting for lower. Lower comes, 85, 90, no one wants to buy. Hey, we're going to 60, we're going to 40. Next thing you know, we're at 100. All these buyers come in and buy at 100. It's all psychological. So you have to learn how humans operate. Now, if you could take a step back and not think like your fellow creations, you could look at things from a higher perspective. You have to become completely non-biased, separate your consciousness between two, and look at things from both sides of the spectrum. When you are very emotional or very biased, you do not have the edge on. You're basically at the bottom of the food chain. You know how retail is the bottom of the food chain? Well, you're pretty much below that. Now, you don't want to do that. You have to learn how human behavior operates, and you want to get in. I've done that so many times in my past, and I'm here to help you with anything I can and let you know not to make the same mistakes that I did. I've lost so much money. Like, I have a friend of mine on my trading journey, just in the last year, funded accounts, his own capital, everything trading. Never traded in his life. He was just a crypto enthusiast investor just like myself. Past 2 years, he lost, not even past 2 years, maybe like less than 12 months, lost like 25 grand just through trading. And now he's, making $10,000 plays. So it just goes to show you that you have to, like, it's okay to make mistakes, but you have to not repeat these same mistakes. That's what creates your high IQ. Sometimes, especially in trading or crypto or investing, whatever it may be, you have to touch the stove to know it's hot sometimes, okay? If you don't do it once, you never know it's hot. You just can't make the same mistake. Now, coming towards this 115, this is a very, very heavy selling pressure. Now, when you zoom out and look at this on the weekly or the 3-day or whatever it may be, across the 1-day time frame, you could see that these are just wicks. Wicks is all noise. Now, I believe all this was just a test, and we had a nice final shakeout. This wick down gave me a lot of confidence, and I think we are getting ready to break above this. Now, we can extend this a little while longer, and me and a good friend of mine, Crypto Megas on Twitter, if you go on my page and scroll, you will see him, got in on QNT on an ICO. Okay, so once we get above this thing, man, it's just like, I feel like we're going to do some chopping, and then we are just going to boom. We have key levels here. So once 120 breaks, which is our main key resistance at this moment, that is where our eyes are at, 118 to 121, 122, anywhere in that box. Now, once we break that and make it support, your question may be, hey, Money Mazin, where are your next price targets? Well, the main thing I'm looking at is 130 to 135. These are our shoulders here. Let's do some coloring. Let's do some fun shit here. All right. So we have 1, 2. These are the shoulders on the head and shoulders formation, which came down. Very accurate key resistance level that I'm looking for here. So 130 to 135. And then once we could break that, we have the 150 to the 164. And then, of course, we have, I wouldn't even say 193 because we really had those that were around here. We'll say anywhere from the 175, 180, and then we have a break towards the 228. That is exactly what I'm looking for our levels. So first we have 120, 130, 135, 160, 165, 175, 185-ish, and then up to the 228 margin. Now, moving forward, you still have time. I've told myself, hey, I'm not going to buy over $100 ever again, just because I had that privilege and that blessing to buy at lower prices. You have people that are not buying at these prices, and everyone likes to criticize them and judge them, but little do they know the people criticizing and judging have an average buy price of maybe 90, 100, 115, while the person not buying at 100 or 90 has an average buy price of 40. So they're going somewhere else, buying into a new project because they already have a good established foundation. Now, you have to be completely open-minded. That's just how it is. So once you get in and you're locked in and you have the X amount of money that you want in here and you have your perfect buy price, it's always better to not buy something on the way up. I mean, if you already are buying down here in the 40s, there's no point to be like, buying at the 180s. Like me, myself, I'm never going to buy QNT again under 120. I used to say it would be 100, 105, but lately, past 3 weeks, I've been buying every single week. Regardless, I'm buying more than I probably even should, but I know that, we're getting ready to take off, and at 130, 135, 140, I don't want to say, hey, go look in the mirror and be like, I should have bought more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's stupid. I'm not going to be a low IQ player. So I'd rather just go and find prices. Like, I'm going to just give you a hypothetical. If something takes off in 10x's and I think it's at the top, I'm going to take those profits and maneuver them into an altcoin that hasn't moved yet, that has the potential to move like that prior altcoin. That's exactly how I play this. I'm not emotionally biased towards any type of coin. If I have to invest in bottles of water or ice cubes to make a higher ROI than I'm making in crypto or trading, then I'm going to do that. The only objective here is ROI, and that's just what comes down to it. As you guys know, we're going into the new year. Now, before I get into any more content, just want to break some things down to you as far as Bitcoin, because obviously, whether you like Bitcoin or not, it is, the king of this space. And, we just have to operate off it. Bitcoin dominance has finally given us a little bit of break. It made a higher low, but it looks like it's going to, somewhat take another leg down. And I don't mean majorly, but to a point where, it's giving altcoins some relief, and we have the total caps and things of that nature. I will make another market update as far as Bitcoin, large caps, Bitcoin dominance. I don't want to put all of that in here at the moment, but that's just how it goes. So we have a new range here. I don't see sub 38 coming at all. Very, very strong. We grinded that, tapped it multiple times. Goes to show you we are ready to go. If you look at the long term, okay, so we have our bottom here, the FTX situation, the lows of 15.5, 16, whatever they were accurately. Came up, formation after formation, long-term uptrend. We came through and reclaimed that, and now we are above key levels, okay? So the 37,000.7, the 38K, that is exactly where I went in on long. I got in on 37.1k and 37.6k, and that's exact. I'm not selling anything until we get up to the 45, 48k. Sell off one position and let the rest ride. Do I think all-time highs are going to come Q4? No, but do I think 48k, 50k will be tapped? 100%. But that is my current bias. No NFA, just based off the super cycles, the zones, everything. Okay, so Q1 I think is going to be amazing. Q2 I think is going to be amazing. They're saying rates are coming in, going to raise them like up to 6 times. Everything is all speculation. As you know, half the stuff they say, they do the opposite and swing us around. So just be vigilant and get ready. You don't want to get dumped on, and you want to stay vigilant. Now, a lot of people are saying we're bloody. Now, look at this. This is a 1 weekly candle. We had 8 or 9 consistent, I'm not sure how many are here, but it's one of the other 8 or 9 blue consistent weeks. I call them blue, they're green, whatever. But one red weekly candle, and everyone is freaking out, and it's the wick going down, retesting the lows, you know what I'm saying, and the candle is still very, very high, like staying within the range. I do not see any bearish confirmation. I think people are bearish out of fear, out of being scared, or oh my god, we've been in the red so long, bear market PTSD, I can't have this happen to me again. You know, they're just tripping out, and you just got to step back and relax, man, because this game right here will either make you pull your hair out if you like. It will make you pull your hair out if you're just not focused. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay vigilant, step back from this, and just once you have a plan, just go with it and don't overthink it. If it's a L, it's a L. If it's a dub, it's a dub. You know, you shouldn't be over leveraging or over investing to begin with, and that's probably why you are so emotional. Maybe you just don't have conviction or confidence within your plays and anything of that nature. So, with that being said, man, I'm going to show you guys the QNT Bitcoin pair in comparison to Bitcoin dominance. Probably be easier just to show you on my page here, and we'll go from there. Alright, so first, we have the QNT Bitcoin pair. We're going to show this here. So we have the Bitcoin breaks yearly uptrend. As you can see, we had a small impulse, which we haven't experienced here because we've been grinding downtrend the whole time. And then we had a similar of Bitcoin Q4 correction when Bitcoin took what most called a dive, but it's really our first weekly correction out of 8 or 9 green weeks in a row. So I mean, to me, I would think it's more of a red flag if we didn't have a correction, man. I'd be waiting like, hold on a minute, you know, that means the longer we go without the dump, it's just going to be bigger when it does come. Now, we pretty much created what I look at as a V bottom formation, and I will show you that also. We have a little reversal. So we have the Bitcoin crash June 2022. From here, 40 bars, 120 days. We hit these all-time highs and we went crazy. That's when we went from 40 to 228. We have Bitcoin breaks yearly uptrend. That was our last major small impulse. And now we have Bitcoin Q4 correction. And this is where we're already going up. So this is very, very impressive. All right. So it just goes to show the reason why I'm looking at this is because every time something happens with Bitcoin in the red and, you know, fear happens, you know, QNT likes to show out and say, hey, you know what? You know, everything is going bad, but I'm not fazed by it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the lovely part of it. Now, one more thing here. Here we go, QNT Bitcoin pair. So this is more of the 4 hours, so it gives you more of a different perspective. So we have a V bottom formation, and we just have to break that, which I'm pretty sure we already did, but we are grinding that downtrend still, and we have reclaimed it, and we're going to see if we're going to bounce. So I mean, if Bitcoin makes a move or things of that nature, I think we're looking good because we have this correction. So it's not a coincidence that we have the, you know what I'm saying, QNT Bitcoin pair finally turning around in the times that Bitcoin dominance is taking a break and the price has corrected. All right. Now, last but not least, QNT versus Bitcoin dominance here. 2022 June Bitcoin crash, QNT was $49. 2022 October, QNT was $228. As you can see, between this was at our highs. We made a double bottom here before going into our impulse, back to our accumulation zone, making higher lows, and continuing this cycle. So that's very good also. And it goes to show you, this is why we look at patterns, all right? So 2022 June Bitcoin crash was pretty much at the bottom, and I'm showing it in comparison to the price. So the crash here at the bottom, as you can see, this was at the top, and then as we have price reach the top set 228, we have the price here in the middle of the double bottom. So everything tends to play a role, man, and that's just the best way to look at it. That pretty much concludes it for QNT. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything or I did not go over anything specific. I guess I could give you this view also real quick. When we look at a 12-hour, I'm going off these double blocks here at the 110, up high to the wick at 112. A lot of liquidity here, and it looks like we're going to make this higher low and hold out. So a lot of people, man, this is where the shakeout happened. This is where we got rid of a lot of people, and we got, they got slaughtered, and we got them out the way. So now that that's out the way, I think we're doing well. Because I was looking like this something to happen, something to break, things of that nature, but it lines up very well. This situation right here, it's looking like the same thing that happened here in reality. Let me see if we can get this going on. I'm not sure exactly how. I don't know, something of that nature. I mean, we kind of had, you get what I'm saying. It's not accurate, but it's pretty much this. I feel like we're just going to have another wave. Now, if we go in on the 4-hour, we have, as you can see, a lot of blocks matching up here, a lot of, what I'm saying, wicks going up high and not being able to hold before coming back down and testing before the impulse. Now, a lot of people thought like, okay, we had these look, a lot of people, including myself, as you can see, we have this middle wick in the middle with the 2 blocks side to side. That gave me bullishness. I believe I showed you guys that on the trading view chart. And then we came back down. And then we have a double bottom within the 2 double bottoms. So that here, opening, hopefully you guys are seeing as my cursor or my mouse is moving. So just these empty spaces, just so you guys get a better look. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything I can improve on or whatever, just comment it below, bro. I'm not tripping. But I do think this blue box right here is going to hold 100%. So if it doesn't hold, we'll come back down, make a higher low. We'll probably test somewhere of like, I can't see us going below like 112, let alone the 110 mark. So I think we'll stay here, and I think we will catch a lot of people by surprise as long as Bitcoin acts accordingly. Bitcoin dominance. I heard we had some stuff. I wasn't paying much attention, but we had some stuff come out about Ledger again. How they, I don't even know what they were talking about. I don't know, maybe DApps or something like that. And apparently it caused some people sell pressure, and that's why we had a crazy wick down. I'm not sure, but that's what an ally of mine told me. So, man, hope you guys enjoyed the content. If there's anything you want me to do differently or implement more things, just please comment below and I will make it happen. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and a subscribe. And obviously let me know your thoughts, good, bad, ugly, in the comments. Would love to hear the criticism and the personal bias. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in. I'm going to try to stay accountable. If I'm not, just come on Twitter and bully me, and I will be back. Salute, stay safe, and get ready for this bull run. Let's get it.